not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down. No, no.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Right away, they'll change the look. In motion, the tight end. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it with second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. Looking to put a drive together. First carry here for Ken Walker. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 70 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Throw left side complete. That's Jennings. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
The 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Elijah Arroyo, 46 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And this is caught, Jennings. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. What play?
George Kittle, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And there'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now Darnold wants to change it up. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Mykel Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's what I see so far into this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
It seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And the Seahawks first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Walker with another carry. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. This is Walker. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
3rd and 4.
Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Now Darnold. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Ooh, the juke. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
135 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Walker. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 49ers 8-yard line.
Running left is Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. And Darnold's going to change the play.
They'll try and run Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put the...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Into the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now Purdy. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. I assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Purdy looking to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. On third down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Purdy from the gun.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
Pass for Trolley. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
47 yards.
And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Darnold now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Williams able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Nick Bosa. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks.
Here's Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to have the 49ers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's another 49er.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 3.
Play action. Now Purdy. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. McCaffrey running up the middle. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, 49ers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case,
Kenneth Walker, 34 yards. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A good pick up there on 20 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. 2nd and 5. Connects with Kittle underneath. Shoots by him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here now, 2nd and 4. Purdy off the play fake. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them
are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now the former Hurricane, Damian Martinez. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run Martinez. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the ground, Martinez. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot and pick it off the pass.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 10.
45-yard line.
They'll go here with Martinez. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
2-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Martinez. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody.